Life is in stages from when we were born to when we become adults. And that applies to anything you lay your hands to do, be it business or even your career. When you start, you definitely grow. And that's the spirit for us here in Nigeria when we're talking Nigerian fashion industry. It started with a mile and today we're counting miles. Thank you so much for joining us. This is Today's Style, where we proudly showcase everything made here in Nigeria. And I welcome you on board. My name is Ruth Aguele. Clothing, as I had been fashionable, is a basic necessity of life. Now, whether you're buying that already made clothes or you're taking a fabric to a tailor, tailors are an integral part of our existence. My guest is a very passionate woman who believes in what she does. Let's meet her. Time we delved into the world of another fascinating personality, the fashion designer, of course. Now, you can call them tailors. Some people call them tailors, but I prefer you call them fashion designers. But yes, they started as tailors, right? Well, please make welcome Mrs. Rose Ochoga. She's the creative director of T&T Fashion.
Yeah.
T&T stands for Tum Tum.
Tum Tum.
Where did you get that from? Tum Tum.
It's my little baby.
Oh.
I call her Tum Tum.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure.
And thank you for joining us on Today's Style.
Thank you so much.
I must say, from what I'm seeing here, you've done really well for yourself. And you were just telling me behind the camera that you started just 2 years ago. Why fashion?
Well, fashion has been me, and I've been fashion ever before I got into fashion. I'm a very fashionable person. When I go to my tailor's place, I create my designs, I sketch my designs, and when I give it to them, they bring it out for me the way I want it, you know?
You're lucky to meet good tailors.
Yeah. And maybe probably because I know what I want. And I find out that when I go out with what I made my tailor to make for me, people admire it. So when I moved down to Abuja from Lagos, my tailor was like, "Madam, you are so creative. Anytime you come to me, you always make me do something. And when I do it for you, when I do it for other people, I sell. Why don't you go into fashion?" I said, "You're right, you know. It's just because I've not really wanted to go into it because, you know, being a military person's wife, we move around with our husbands. And I wouldn't want the situation whereby I'll establish a place like this, then I will not be there to do it myself. Then I will tell myself, when I go into it, I got to move with my husband. Sure. I won't be there to do what I want." And
I must say, Tum Tum is really helping you, you know, make this grow.
Yeah, really. Thank you.
Do you draw your inspiration from her?
I think my inspiration is just natural. It's just a gift. Because I imagine my designs on my own. I may be just sleeping, I will imagine what I want to bring out of any material. And when I bring it out, even my tailors at times, they will be like, "Madam, you're so creative." I say, "Well, I don't know. It just comes like that."
It's a gift, and it's something not everybody is blessed with.
That's true.
You know, tailors for me or fashion designers are very creative. And you know, when I was looking through your designs, I noticed something very unique to you, which a lot of designers don't really pay attention to, the details, the detailing. It's so much effort if you must get the detailing right. How much effort do you put into this?
I put in a whole lot of effort. I put in my time. In fact, I hardly go out, you know. All my time. One thing I believe in life is that if you want to do something, make sure that your interest is there. And make sure you have passion for what you're doing. Once you have passion for what you're doing, you go all out. When I'm try to bring out the material, I can do it maybe 2-3 times. If it doesn't come out the way I want, I'll continue to change it until I get what I want.
And you know, from what you're telling me, there's a lot of effort that goes into this. And a lot of people will just see this fashion business. It's not just to cut and sew. But for you, what really is this fashion business? What really goes down?
Fashion is more than cut and sew. You have to be detailed and know what you want to achieve, what you want to bring out, that will interest people. That people will be like, "Wow, who is your tailor? Where did you make this?" Because if you are not detailing what you're doing, you make a dress, you go out with it, nobody will ask you where are you coming from.
True.
But when you are detailed about what you're doing, you make sure that everything you're doing on that dress comes out perfectly. You find out that as you do it, wherever the person, and the person that will wear that dress goes with that dress, you see people say, who is your designer? Who made this? Because there's a lot of things that will be kind of, interesting that person on what you're wearing.
And I notice your designs are unique to you. I'm talking about the peplum. Not everybody will go for peplum. But what kind of a woman, are you thinking of styling when you're doing that?
Peplum is one kind of style that fits everybody.
Even if you're slim or on the big side.
No matter your shape or whatever, once a good tailor gives you good peplum, you're good to go. It goes on everybody. We have just about 2-3 types of blouses. The straight one and peplum, and maybe you kind of put band or whatever. Before peplum even came to be, it used to be straight blouse. Yes. On either wrapper or skirt. But if you're on the slim side, you put something that will just go straight. Of course, it wouldn't come out well on you. But peplum is this style that whether you're slim, whether you're big, whether you're average, once the tailor can carve out your shape, it will be good on you.
I know for most fashion designers, they have a particular muse they put in their mind when they're thinking of coming up with that creativity. Now, how would you define a woman's personality if she must stand out in style?
I can really style any kind of personality. I cannot really say this is the kind of personality I want to style, this kind of personality. Like the Yorubas will always say, Asholinyo.
What does that mean?
It means your look is your personality.
Okay.
The way you present yourself, the way you come out, gives you that personality, no matter what is behind you. You are dressed the way you dress.
Now, let's look at your staff strength. How do you manage your tailors?
That is the most terrible challenge in a fashion business. But like I always tell people, it depends on how you carry yourself. And it depends on your rapport with the people working with you. Once your tailors get to know that you don't really know about what you're doing, that they are this, the all and alpha and omega of your business. True. Oh my God, they will rubbish you. But when they know that you know what you're doing, you even direct them on what to do, they'll respect you and they'll play it down. They'll understand. They'll work with you with re-understanding.
Now, for a lot of people who are thinking of going into the fashion business, now this is one business that is very lucrative. Trust me, if I'm not on TV, this is what I'll be doing. Fashion. But what do they need to know? I needed to advise them. What do they need to know before they go into this business?
Number one, you have to be passionate. You have to love what you're going into. You have to be dedicated. You have to be creative. By the time you get all these qualities, you will go a long way. But if you just want to do it because you want to go into business, because you're looking for business to do, you just say, let me open a fashion house, buy machines, employ tailors. You'll be messed up. 6 months you pack up. They will be the one controlling you because you don't know your left from your right. You don't know what they are doing. They only give you what they make and you take it because you don't know. So if you really want to go into fashion business, you have to be dedicated. You have to make sure you love what you're going into so that your time, your money, everything will be in that business, in the fashion business. And another thing is prayers again. You pray to get good tailors. Yes. Because if they are not actually good, they won't even listen to you. But when you get the responsible ones, like the ones I'm blessed with now, they are all responsible tailors that have family. So they know what they want.
Okay, permit me to call you, I can call you Auntie Tum Tum, right?
Okay.
Okay, so, but from what you're telling me, you've been able to bridge that communication gap, which is what a lot of tailors, fashion designers are lacking. Now, how critical is it for fashion designers to have that communication with your tailors?
When you really want to communicate, have a good communication with your tailors, you don't have to be too hard. Give them their respect. Talk to them like you're talking to responsible people. But when you order them or you want to show that you are the boss, you are the madam, hey, you come here, hey, you, of course, they will be like, wow, is it because I'm working for this woman? How can she talk to me like that and all that, you know? But when you talk to them with understanding, they are people's husband.
They're people's fathers.
People's fathers, yeah. So you talk to them with respect, you know. Please, can you help me do this? Please, I don't want this style. The way you made this hand, I don't like it. Can you please help me change it? With love, you know. The person with two will be like, wow. You can't just help but do what he's asking you to do. But when you order them, I don't want this, go and change it. Oh, okay. She will wait tire.
You want to be madam?
You be madam now.
And I must say you're thriving well in your business, doing fashion.
Thank you.
Well done. But what's the future plan for you? How will Tum Tum turn out to be?
Outside fashion, I'm a businesswoman.
I can see it.
Yeah. The kind of person I am, I like diving into so many things. The one that works well for me, I stay put by that, you know. Outside fashion, I do buying and selling.
What about the cold room business? She was into cold room business back then.
Yes, I was into cold room business, and it was really moving for me. It's a fine business for any person that wants to go into it. And that work is very tedious.
Is it as difficult as the fashion business?
It's very difficult as well. Yeah, serious? It's very. If you want to thrive in that business as well, you have to be there.
You have to be hardworking.
You have to be hardworking.
Okay, Auntie Tum Tum.
Yes, darling.
And for you, I know competition is not your problem in this business. If you look at our tailors today, we have a lot of tailors in numbers. What kind of support, you know, should they be given?
You know, the challenges tailors do have is these challenges of light. Light is really their problem.
I'm still looking for a tailor or a fashion designer that would tell me electricity is not a problem.
No, there's no tailor that will tell you light is not an issue. Yeah, light is their major problem. But the reason why God is really helping me here is, like, you can see my generator running now. 24/7, I run my generator. So I don't disappoint no one. Yeah, if I give you 3 weeks, you're getting your clothes 3 weeks. If I give you 2 weeks, you're getting your clothes 2 weeks.
So are you saying that the future for the fashion industry in Nigeria will be bright if the power problem?
For sure.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Rose Ochoga. She's the creative director, T&T Fashion House. You can call it Tum Tum. And yes, we've been celebrating her, proudly representing the Made in Nigerian brand. And I can also see you have some fabrics on display. Well done. Keep up the good work. And yes, that's it for now. Let's take this break. Today's Style will be back. Power is something that when you have, you can create anything. And our fashion designers are richly blessed with the power of creativity. Now, when they create, it is up to you to style it. And for Mimi, our fashion stylist, she has that gift to just teach you how to quickly fix it. Style Fix is up next.
And I don't like pounded yam. I still eat it, but I eat the actual pounded yam.
My name is Anne Okeho. On air, I'm called Awesome Anne. I now work with Rhythm 94.7. I am a mom, a proud mom of 2 boys.
My favorite food is amala and begiri. But I'm from Kaduna State. So ask me how that happened. I happened to have.
Value proposition is ensuring that women are confident in themselves, in their own skin. So you may wear the most expensive thing, but you won't feel so good with yourself. So it's about confidence, it's about putting your best foot forward and basically living your best life in the best way you can. People are judged, people are perceived from the way they look. So the question is, are you portraying who you are from your daily looks? Hopefully, at the end of this event, you'll have learned a thing or two. We have lovely resource persons, because a woman's life is more than the clothes she wears, more than confidence, about her health, her internal environment, and also today we are going to focus more on the internal environment of a woman. We are talking about healthcare, as well as interior designing.
When cervical cancer starts, we usually don't know, but it goes through its course in about 8 to 10 years. It could go in less, but it's actually a slow progressing cancer. So it can go in as low as 4, 5, 6 years if there's comorbidity, which means if there's another problem somewhere, that is likely to happen. But if you're healthy and you suffer from cervical cancer, it takes a period of about 8 to 10 years to get to full-blown cancer.
Today, I am wearing the hat of a personal style coach, so I'll be talking to you about personal style. And the topic is when you're running late. And you're running late, put on a kimono. You can just wear like a simple tank top, jeans. Throw on a kimono, you're going to your kid's school, you're running late for school runs. Throw on a kimono, so you're just walking, where the wind is making the kimono flow behind you. You feel very good. It's a feeling inside, so it's interesting. It's not about, how you look outside. You may wear the most expensive clothes, but you feel like a house help inside, and you're going to act that way because that's how you feel at that moment. Fashion and styling, I like to use the word style more than fashion because people assume that fashion is about what's going on right now, about Vogue and everything, so I'll be styling. Styling is about self-esteem. It's about how you feel inside. So it is essential for you to put into consideration. We are all personal brands. Every day we sell our market, we sell ourselves to the world. So don't forget your running late starter pack. Scarves always speak of styles. When you think of scarves, you think of classic women, right? That over time they say remain classic. So that's what you want to do. Tie different. These are different ways of tying the scarf. So different scarf shapes. For instance, this is kind of a square shaped scarf. So you want to make it more tight around the neck. These ones are more loose ones. So just play around with it basically. Imagine this wearing a basic tank top and jeans and having a scarf on your neck. You see a lady looking at like, she's stylish. You won't know that if she's not about herself. She's running to drop her children off at school. I know she's going to be okay. Let me grab a scarf.
Trust me, I thought I knew a lot, but I gathered a lot more. I think my favorite part of the event was when she talked about the tips when you're running late. I'm someone that's always on the run. I'm a mom, I have 2 kids, and then I have a very busy schedule. So some of the tips and the hacks, they work for me. The scarves, I picked up a whole bunch of stuff.
I've gained a lot, especially the medical section. Yeah, it opened my mind and made me realize I need to be more careful with myself and take care of my health more.
I can say my style is all about what I feel comfortable inside. It's not always about conforming to what is trending, but what I'm comfortable in, and then I believe I'm good to go when I'm comfortable.
We Nigerians are majorly concerned about how we look outside and how people judge us based on our clothing than how our homes look. Your home has to be your sanctuary, that place that when you're done with the world, your day's job, everything, you are rushing back home. It's your sanctuary, it's your place. Of course, it has to reflect your style, how you dress.
So basically, I think I have a need to educate women. I love women. I'm all for women empowerment, girl power. And I realize that women need to live their full lives. And, events in life just takes us away from doing the proper things. For instance, you get married, you have children to cater to a husband. You almost forget yourself, who is actually most important. Not because you're being selfish, but because without you being healthy, without you being happy, you cannot give what you do not have. So that is what made me start Elmira Style Fix, where women come together to have a good time, socialize, network, and learn as well. Just live your best life. I think that's it.
Thank you so much, Mimi, for bringing us Style Fix. And as a woman, it is in your hands to define your personality, because someone said you can have anything in life if you dress for it. And for us in Nigeria, I know when it comes to dress sense and fashion, we know they carry last. But of course, the fabric must speak for it. Up next is a lace fabric merchant when you're thinking luxury and class.
First, I was born into this kind of business. Both my parents actually sold fabrics. As a kid, I had a lot of interest in it. I used to choose for some of my parents' customers before they came. These are luxury fabrics, the top end of the market when it comes to fabrics. And they're all designed, 90% of them are designed by me. I've been selling fabrics for the last 30 years. Though I'm a lawyer, I just like beautiful things. I grew up into style. Really anything can inspire me. It can be colors, it can be nature, it could be texture. Creativity passes all kind of borders. It's not limited to Nigeria, nor is it limited to other countries. But we have our own brand of Aso-Oke that we do make in Nigeria. And then obviously one thing that is happening is that we're developing our own homegrown fabrics like the Aso-Oke, the print and all that. I really feel that the government should make the economy conducive for us to be able to develop our own industry. Definitely, if we're going to really succeed in this textile industry, we'd have to focus a lot on allowing power to be regular, and people have to pay for the generator and the diesel. What happens is that we are not competitive worldwide when it comes to textiles. So that's what we need to do. Fabrics are not like, they don't go with the time, they are timeless, that you could actually pass over to your children. People who have a taste for luxury, who like good things. I had 3 or 4 customers come and say that, oh, I've got something that I bought for you 15 years ago, 20 years ago, and they're still in my wardrobe. Actually, I wore one last week and people said it was fantastic. So we really want to sell to the lady and gentlemen, because we have gentlemen fabrics also, who have high taste and good choice.
Well, once upon a time, our textile industries used to be very vibrant, but I have a dream that they will definitely be revived again someday. And that's the only way if we must push the fashion industry to its highest level. And if we must say, hashtag Made in Nigeria proudly. And that's it for today's Style. Thank you so much for being part of it. I hope to see you next week, God willing. But remember to always keep that smile burning, because that's your style. My name is Ruth Aguele. Bye-bye.